All right, Bouncer Slab made me do this quick video on how to fillet a pickerel. I'm not the best at it, but wanted to show you how I do it. All right, here it goes. The first fillet, it's 5 fillets. The first one is going to be the back. We're going to cut in right here behind the gill plate, and it's going to run down to about here. So if you push the knife down, it's kind of easy. You feel it hit the backbone, and then turn the knife and go down the backbone. If it's a fat pike, it might be a little bit easier than a pickerel. You want it to sit on its belly. And then right here it starts coming up. You can almost feel it come right up. So that's the first fillet. That's number 1. That's the back, or the loin. Okay. 2, we're going to do the sides now. And right where we came up on the back, we're going to cut right down. And then right here, the gill plate, we're going to cut right down. So this is going to be our next piece that we're working with. This is the hardest part because it's got the Y bone. So if you turn it, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's a little Y bone right there. So you have the backbone, and then you got this little Y bone. So you can cut all the meat between here and the skin is the fillet that we're trying to get right now. And as it comes back, it goes further to the skin. So I'm going to start on this side. I know my shoulder's probably blocking the camera. You're going to just slide it down like you're going down regular ribs. Now I'm down to the ribs. I need to get back here a little bit more. The only way you're going to learn is practicing. So I'm still learning this stuff. We fished a lake that they're draining today, so we had the opportunity to harvest a lot of pickerel. So we rarely keep these, very rarely. And there's another method that I used to do, but everyone's been telling me to get on the board and do the 5 fillet method, so I'm going to be like all the cool kids. Okay, so now I'm down to the belly meat. Just get down there all along here. Okay, so now we're going to come up. I'm going to try to go around this fin right here. I never do that right. Oh well. It's okay. Alright, we'll take that fin off. But that's the second fillet. So that's number 2. Now we're going to turn it over and do the other side. Cut down. Find the bones. Remember, there's the backbone, but then the Y bone, and you want everything from Y bone out to the skin. I'm mad. Slab made me do this. Bouncer Slab made me do this. I just wanted to go to bed, do it my method. But I have I have 11 of them to do tonight, so I figured the only way to get good at something is repetition. So this is like my 5th one, and it's one of the bigger ones. So I figured this would be a good one to do it on. I'm afraid to cut too much, so I'm going slow until I get better at this. And I'm sure I'll get more and more meat off of this too as I learn the method better. But I'm understanding it. That's the important thing. You got to do it to the point where you understand what you're doing. I now understand it, so it'll be, I don't need to watch any more videos. I don't need to read anything. I know what I'm doing now. I know the structure. There's the bones. Okay, so there's the other fillet side right there. I still have to do better with those fins, but so tails, from right here to right here, there's a lot of bones in it. So this part's probably not going to be any good to eat, but let's cut it off. Now I do this a little different than some of the other people. I take it to the end and I flip that, and all the others will go back and skin, but this one will be ready to go and skinned already. So now where that was laying, you're going to get some bones, I think right at the top or the bottom. Let me see. I may have avoided them. But yeah, I felt one there. So yeah, right on that bottom, there's some bones. No worries. So the piece that has the bones in it, I'm just going to rinse off. And I'm making a stock tomorrow, fish stock. Look for that video. So all the scraps are going into the fish stock pile, and I'm going to make fish head soup tomorrow. All right, so this is another fillet. That's the tail. Let's get the other. Okay, take the other tail off. Right down the backbone like you would do almost any other fish. And then, like I said before, I do this a little different. I take the skin right off of this. I just stop short and use the body. I find it a lot easier this way. And then, again, that piece right there, it's got a little bit of bone in it. So, I'm just going to cut that right across. Give that bony piece a good rinse and throw it in my stock pile. The other side is my tail piece. Why are they two different shapes? Because I don't know what I'm doing yet. That's fine. Edit. Rinse the board like Martha Stewart. Okay, so we got our 5 fillets now. We're going to work with the loins first. So on the loins, it's not truly boneless yet. There's some bones running right down the middle. You can feel them. So what I do, and again, I'm a little different here than a lot of other folks. Some people I see just skin that, but the curve, I'm struggling with that curve in the skin. So what I'm doing is I'm coming down the middle, finding that bone, and cutting all the way down. Okay, and then I take the whole length of my blade, and I can only do this because it's a small pickerel, so I'm going to have to learn something different for bigger fish. And I'm just going to run it down through the skin like this and pull that piece right off of the skin. And that's the best cut of meat that I've seen on this fish. That's one boneless loin, one side of the loin. Come back, go down the other side. Being careful so they still don't have it quite memorized like I would trout or other fish that we do a lot more often, perch, bluegills. Alright, so now I'm taking it lengthwise and I'm just carefully pushing and turning my knife blade to the side, riding down the skin. And there we have another loin. Alright, and there we go. We got our 5 fillets. Not too bad. As long as they keep getting better and better, I'll be happy. So, yeah, don't be afraid to try it. It's not as bad as it looks. It only took me about 50 years to give it another try. So here we go.